Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Awesome Techie, and in this video we will see the programming question which was asked in TCS NQT off campus drive of batch 2022. So here is a sample test case of the programming question. The first line of the input contain the string and second line of program contain the output of the string. That is, we have to calculate the frequency of alphabet, how many times alphabet get calculated. So this is the basic sample test case, that is A get calculated 4 time, B for 2 time, C for 3 time, D for 2 time and Z for 1 time. So this is the test case 2 for sample, that is E get calculated 8 time, F 1 time, R 1 time. So before going to the programming, we have to first of all see the logic of this program. So this diagram clearly shows that A get calculated 4 time, B get calculated 2 time, similarly up to Z, and I also mentioned the index of each alphabet from 0 to 11, and the last value is the null value of the string. So here is the logic of this program. In this logic I have used the two for loop. The first for loop contain the rows and the second for loop contain the column of the string. So in first for loop, I is equal to 0, I is less than n, that is n denote for the length of the string. After that for loop 1 get executed, we have to enter into the for loop of I, and in this for loop we have to declare the count is equal to 1. So we are here calculating alphabet which is already present in string. So A itself denotes its default value as 1, so we have to calculate from 1 up to onwards. So that's why we have declared here count is equal to 1. After that, if s of I is not equal to 0, so the loop get automatically end at the end of moment that the string get close at the null value. So this is the null value after the Z. Suppose the s of I is not equal to 0, then it will goes to the second for loop. So we have to starting from 0, that's why the string was not close at 1, it was close at after 11. So that's why we have to enter into the second for loop. So the second for loop shows that the column, that's why for j is equal to I plus 1, so the I value is 0, so j is equal to 0 plus 1, that is j is less than n, that is length of string, and j plus plus. After that it will enter into the if condition. So the if condition shows that s of I is double equal to s of j. So first value of I is equal to 0, so that's why s of 0 double equal to s of 1. So s of 1 value is also a and s of 0 value is also a, so a is double equal to a, so this is equal, so the count of a is equal to 2. Similarly, the loop not get closed from the second for loop, it will again count for the a is equal to 3, so s of 0 double equal to s of 2, so the I value get remain constant, that is s of 0 double equal to s of 2, so the j value increased by 1. So s of 0 value is also a and s of 2 value is also a, so the for loop get continue and the count is equal to 3. After that s of j is equal to null value, so it will check all the conditions from 1 to 11, so that's why s of 0 double equal to s of 1, it will check a is equal to a, then a is equal to double a, so that's why it will check 1 2 3 4 up to 11. After that the loop get close and it will goes for the second for loop. After that it will check from s of 0 is equal to s of 1, we have all calculated up to s of 4. After that the one for loop get inner for loop get close and it will goes to the first for loop, then it will check the condition for s of 4 double equal to s of 5. So s of 4 is b and s of 5 is also b, so that's why b is equal to b and the count of b is 2. Similarly for c, then it will goes to the s of 6 double is equal to s of 7, so c is equal to c, so it get match and count of c is increased by 1, so count is equal to 3. After that same s of 6 double equal to s of 8, similarly it is count c is equal to 3, it will count all the alphabets up for d and z, and it will shows the final output, that is a4 b2 c3 d2 and z1. Now we will see the Java logic in programming. So I will use here string str int c comma n. I will explain why we are using this. We have to use the two methods, that is void input. This is the first method, and the first method we have to get the value from user. And in this we have to declare like system out print line. We have to execute the statement that enter string close the statement. After that str is equal to sc dot. So next line is used for the string. After that we will need second method as output, and in this output method we have to declare our logic. So for column and rows I will use int I comma j and count c is equal to 0. Then I will use here n is equal to str dot length. Then I will use here character as a char c yes. Then I have to convert the string to array, to char array. After that I will mention the first for loop I have explained before. So I is equal to 0, I is less than n, l is for length of this string. Enter into the first for loop. So I will here mention c is equal to 1, that is count is equal to 1. Itself it is a by default value. If I will mention if condition, if s of I is not equal to 0 means null value, it will enter into the condition. Then second for loop, j is equal to I plus 1, then j is less than n and j plus plus. So in second for loop we have to use the if condition. If s of I is double equal to s of j, then it will enter the condition and it will count. After that s of j is equal to 0, it will check all the condition up to the null value. After that we have to print the output. So s of I plus then count c. So I will run this program. So before running program I don't have declared any object. So the class name is frequency count. Frequency count f is equal to new frequency count. After that I will use this input method. First I will declare first input method and then second as output method. So I will run this program. Then enter string as a 4 time, suppose b time b, c is 3 time, d is 2 time and z is 1 time. So this shows the correct output as a get calculated 4 time, b for 2, c for 3, d for 2 and z for 1. So I will run the second test case as this. I will enter. So it shows the correct output. E is calculated 8 time, f is for 1 time and r is for 1 time. So this was the question which was asked in TCS NQT batch of 2022. So the first method is for getting input from the user. The second output method is used for the logic of this program. So we have converting the string into the array, and I have also mentioned this logic. So this is a very basic and simple programming question. If you like this video, please do subscribe my channel guys.